Hey everyone, my name's Ash. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the start of a new weekly reading vlog. So in this reading vlog, I'm going to be continuing to read the books that I read in last week's vlog. So I will be physically reading Bookshops and Bone Dust by Travis Baldree. I will be listening to Rhythm of War by Brandon Sanderson, and I will be reading on my Kindle Ruthless Vows. And I can't remember the author's name, but I'll put a picture up on the screen. So yeah, I'm going to be continuing to read those, and I know that I'll be able to finish Bookshops and Bone Dust because I am almost halfway through and this book is really short, so I definitely will be able to finish that this week. And then I have 3 books that are kind of contenders for what I'm going to read next. It just kind of depends on my mood. So we have The God of the Woods by Liz Moore. We have Phantasma by Kaylee Smith. And we have A Song to Drown Rivers by Anne Liang. So all 3 of those are very viable contenders for what I'm going to read next. I think it just, like I said, depends on the mood that I'm in. I'm leaning most toward A Song to Drown Rivers just because I really tend to enjoy Chinese retellings of like myths and things. So I'm definitely leaning more toward that one, but the other 2 are also definite viable options. I'm interested in reading both of those and I have a lot of intrigue toward those books. So yeah, we'll just kind of see where my mood takes me. But yeah, I just wanted to welcome you guys to this week's vlog and I will update you guys with my thoughts when I have them. Good morning everyone and happy Monday. Today is very exciting because I'm going to be taking my kids to the mall and we have a playground for them in our mall, and we also have this aquarium thing called Sequest. So we're going to be going to the playground, we're going to be going to Sequest. We might stop at Auntie Anne's and get some pretzels, who knows. And then when I get home, I am going to put them down for a nap and continue reading Bookshops and Bone Dust by Travis Baldree, and then I'm going to keep listening to Rhythm of War by Brandon Sanderson, and I would like to read a couple of chapters of Ruthless Vows. I feel like I haven't really been reading it that much. Like the first book, I feel like I flew through, and for whatever reason, I'm just not as invested in the second one. Like when I'm reading it, I am invested and I'm enjoying the story, but then when I'm not reading it, I'm not compelled to go back to it, which is strange. But I'm also still kind of only 24% of the way into it, so there's not a whole lot going on just yet. So we'll see if that changes as I continue to read through the rest of it. We'll see if I get that fire going again to read more. But yeah, I'm also going to be doing laundry today, which is exciting. I love doing laundry. I don't know why. I know I'm the odd one out, but that's just the way it goes. And then we'll be doing school, and then after we do school, we're going to be going over to my mother-in-law's for dinner, so that should be nice. And yeah, I'm excited to bring you guys along on our adventures today. I just wanted to come on here and update because I have read about 50 more pages of Bookshops and Bone Dust. So I am now on page 204, I believe, 205. And we just got introduced to another character, and this character reminds me so much of Pumpkin from the Maybird and the Ever After series. So I'm really enjoying that. And the stakes just got raised a little bit, so that is really exciting. It's kind of weird because I feel like there are chunks of it where we're focusing more on the romance, and then there are chunks of it where we're focusing more on the other plot, and it's kind of going back and forth instead of blending it all. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. It's just an observation at this point. But yeah, so the plans now, both of my kids are napping, and so I'm gonna hop in the shower and get ready, and then I don't know if I'm gonna read any more tonight before like going to bed, but when I'm in bed I want to read Ruthless Vows. But yeah, we are gonna be doing school and then going to my mother-in-law's, so I don't think I'm gonna have any time to read after this point. But yeah, hello everyone. I just wanted to pop on here and say that I read 50 more pages of Bookshops and Bone Dust. I somehow found time to read more tonight, which is great. And I have to say that I'm still pretty disappointed with this book so far. I don't know if cozy fantasy just isn't for me or what the deal is, but I will say there is a new character that we've been introduced to that I mentioned before, the one that reminds me of Pumpkin from Maybird, and I am really enjoying anytime he is there. I'm like very invested, but I also am kind of like curious because I only have that much of the book left to go, and there's this plot point that keeps being brought up, and I'm like, how is this going to get resolved in that short amount of time? So that is concerning. But also the romance is like, there was just a scene where they basically were saying, like, we know that this is not going to turn into anything more and we're not going to talk about it anymore. We're just going to accept it for what it is. And I'm like, then what's the point? Like, literally, what's the point? So that is also very frustrating. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see by the end of it how I'm feeling. But right now I'm sitting at like a 3-star, I think. So now I'm going to move on to reading Ruthless Vows. Good morning, welcome to Tuesday, and I just wanted to pop on here and let you guys know that last night I got to 33% in Ruthless Vows, and I am enjoying it. I feel like we just got to a point where I am like, what's gonna happen? And yeah, I'm very invested in this now, and I feel like I am starting to get that fire back that I was talking about. So I will definitely be reading more of that today, and I am planning on finishing Bookshops and Bone Dust today as well. I haven't read any more of Rhythm of War recently, but I would love if I could listen to some of that today too. And yeah, welcome to Tuesday, and let's see how things go. Good morning, happy Thursday, and I have an update for you guys. I have read one chapter of A Song to Drown Rivers, and I am really enjoying it so far. The writing style is really compelling. It's written in first person, which is not usually my favorite, but the way that this is written is so beautiful, and I don't find being in the character's head annoying, which is my like typical problem with first person. So basically what has happened so far is our main character Jishi, she is going out to wash silk in the river, and her mother has her wear a veil so that the like surrounding villagers aren't either distracted or like conniving to capture her beauty and things like that. So she goes down to the river and starts washing silks, and as she's doing that, she hears this little girl who is like calling for help. And Jishi immediately is reminded of her sister, who we find out was murdered by the Wu. And the other little girl, Wu Yuan, I think is how you say her name. She is being followed by a Wu warrior. And so Jishi throws a rock at him and breaks his nose. And he's like about to come up and kill her with his sword when another warrior comes and like basically defends her and gets rid of the sword and is like, get out of here before you're the one tossed in the river, da da da. And so the Wu warrior leaves, and we don't find out the name of the warrior that saves Jishi, but I am assuming that he is Fan Li, which we like read about him in the synopsis. And he gives Wu Yuan a bag of coins and is like, go buy some unripe plums from the market, and then in 3 days time the price is going to triple, so sell them for triple the price that you bought them for. And they're both just like, how could you know that? So it's very suspicious. And Jishi is like, here, take this silk as like my life debt. I know that it's like not much, but it's all I have. And he's like, I don't need that. And then he leaves. And Jishi goes back to her house and is like, crap, we are low on beans and rice and we're like running out of food, so how are we gonna survive? And she's like, we need to sell these silks.
I wanna hide.
You wanna hide? But yeah, so that's everything that's happened so far. It's very, very interesting, and I'm going to keep reading it during nap time today. So yeah, I'll keep you guys posted with my thoughts. Hey guys, so I have an update for Ruthless Vows. I am now 41% of the way through it, and we just got to a point where two characters were reunited and then they had to leave each other again, and it's so heart-wrenching, and I'm like so stressed for one of the characters because they are in a very like volatile situation right now and they are not safe at all, and it's very like so yeah, we shall see how that plays out. So the plans for right now are my kids are napping, and after they wake up from their nap, I'm going to be taking them to meet up with my parents, and my parents are going to be keeping the kids for the weekend. So I'm going to read some of A Song to Drown Rivers while they're sleeping, but I also need to pack for them, so that needs to happen at some point. And we are leaving probably around like 1-ish to get to where my parents are. So yeah, I'm not sure what reading I will get done later. And also today is going to be the last day of this vlog. Normally I would continue it on until Friday, but tomorrow my husband and I are going to Raleigh to see 21 Pilots, which I'm so stoked about. So I'm going to be doing a weekend vlog of that and end this vlog early. So yeah, I'm not sure when I'm going to end this, but yeah, so we'll see how much reading I get done before the end of this vlog. Hey everyone, so I read a little bit more of A Song to Drown Rivers, and basically what's happened is I was right that it was Fan Li, and he basically came to her house and was like, hey, so would you be up for marrying the Wu King, which is like their enemy, and essentially being a spy for the Yue Kingdom? And Jishi is like, what? Literally, I've never kissed anyone before, and also I'm a commoner, so what? And Fan Li is like, yeah, but you're super beautiful, so I know that he would be into you, and you could like subterfuge and all of that stuff, and we're going to train you for 10 weeks so that you know how to be a royal and everything. And so she decides that she's going to go. So that is what has happened so far. I don't know if I'm going to be reading anymore tonight because my husband and I are going to be watching Love Island, and we're probably just going to binge a bunch of it. And yeah, so I'm going to close out the vlog here, and you guys will have a weekend vlog for this weekend where I go to the 21 Pilots concert, so look forward to that, and I will check you guys in my next video. Bye!